Julia, the share price of Kazakhmys has fallen fairly sharply today, and it's down a good bit, I think, in the year so far. Today there were financial numbers, and they also wrote down the value of an asset that Kazakhmys owns. There's a lot going on at this company. What exactly was the sort of catalyst for today's share price fall?
Yeah, well, I mean, they had results today, as you say. They're a copper miner. Prices have been coming down. Inventory's been building up. So they've been hurt really by that. Their earnings were off 30% today. They haven't got much growth coming on stream, at least not for another couple of years. But that was largely expected. They gave a trading update at the end of February. So it seems that wasn't really the main cause for today's share price fall, which leaves sort of it open to really largely speculation to do with the sort of the structure of the company and the ownership of the company.
Right. I mean, there are lots of sort of issues that surround Kazakhmys. It has a very small free float, and it owns the stake in ENRC, which is another mining company. And there are sort of corporate governance issues involved as well. And there's the copper price, and there's a whole lot of things in the operationally. So I guess what we're looking at today is a kind of culmination of all those factors, I guess, as well as the write-down on the ENRC stake.
Well, possibly, yes. So the write-down was one issue. So ENRC's shares have also come down a lot this year because they've also been hit badly by aluminium, their aluminium business, which caused a big impairment charge. But also it's to do with their shareholder structure. So they have the chairman and CEO both own shares in Kazakhmys, of which they both pledged to support loans. So then there's possibly speculation surrounding the security of that. Although as board members they do have to report anything that happens with those pledges. So at the moment you can't assume that's the issue. Yeah,
but operationally, how is the company doing? I mean, the copper price obviously has been weak, and miners are finding it tough, I think, in the current environment, not just in the copper field, but across this whole mining business. And I wonder whether Kazakhmys is able to meet the sort of operational challenges that it has.
Well, Kazakhmys has a very high fixed cost base. They adopted, Soviet era mines. So as a result, they're more sensitive than most miners to any shifts within the copper price, and that's why they get hurt a lot more when the price falls. So that's really the main issue. And the fact is that they do have new mines which they're investing in, but they won't start for another couple of years. So therefore, there's no growth for the company for the time being. Then they hold the stake 26% in ENRC. And ENRC is doing badly itself, but there's sort of less reason really for them to hold that stake anymore as well, so that's sort of overhanging on the company as well.
Okay, so a big fall in the share price of Kazakhmys today. There's a lot going on at that company, too much I suspect. Thanks, Julia.